Monday, the 21st, is the commemoration of Patriots Day, and I've always believed that Patriots Day for a Massachusetts holiday is one of the most sacred holidays we should be remembering in Massachusetts, because it's really the beginning of the American Revolution. Danvers has a very important, vital part in the history of Patriots Day, and that is over 300 men from Danvers marched and participated in the battles that occurred on April 19th. And of the men who participated on the Lexington alarm, they were in 9 different units. And these units were composed of basically 3 different categories. The Minutemen that everybody has heard of were usually younger men who had joined up into a minute company. The minute company being a company that was supposed to be a ready response unit that would be able to respond to any crisis that was happening. And this had only been formulated back in October of 1774, so it was a fairly new organization. What most people belonged to was the militia, and the militia was supposed to be required by having any male between the ages of 16 and 50 belonging to it, mustering a few times a year, learning the manual exercise, and being ready again to respond to an emergency. The other unit that most people haven't heard about before were called the alarm list, and this was composed of people who were basically exempts, men 50 years old or older, as well as the ministers in the community, physicians, people who were students at Harvard School, and it was unusual for them to be called out. And the remarkable thing about Danvers' participation in the Lexington alarm is that all 9 units from Danvers actually marched and responded to the alarm itself. Most communities didn't send their alarm lists out because they were older men who really couldn't function that quickly. But Danvers did, and it's a high point for our local history. The other important thing that we should know locally about the Lexington alarm is that most of the Danvers men actually spent about 4 hours marching, running, and in some cases riding to where the British were supposed to be on their retreat from Lexington going back to Boston. And they met the British generally in the area now known as Arlington, then known as Minutemen. And Danvers suffered more casualties, especially more killed, than any other community in that entire battle, with the exception of Lexington. We lost 7 men killed and a number of wounded and 1 captured. And unfortunately, like in all wars, the men who were killed were men in their very early 20s. And so Danvers really took part in the first battle of the Revolution, and a number of men spent their lives on the altar of liberty.